to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it?
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fields this way up at the 17. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, Elliott.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. All told it's an even 30 and a first down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable game.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
He was brought down.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Dalton hands off to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Point after.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Steelers 0.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 4. Heavy.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness. 1 cut, and he goes. That's what's really made pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Letting one go deep for a noon one. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Quincy Enunwa, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Watch twins. Watch twins. 36, 36. Move.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
At the 32-yard line.
2nd down and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a handoff looking right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Switzer. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
33-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Ben Roethlisberger.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Steeler first down.
On the give, this is McFarland. There he goes again. And down right around the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
An inside handoff. This is McFarland. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
On the handoff, it's McFarland. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Again, McFarland. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down now, it's Connor. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Connor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and 2. They'll run with McFarland. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Again, it's Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Watch the twins. Alert 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. Hey. Crunch. Check up.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
Good.
6 yards there. First down, Dallas.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike. Man, I got you.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down, it's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
3rd and 3.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
55, 55. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go. Hey, here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Running with Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They go to Elliott again. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. The give is to Elliott, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block, and he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
For the Cowboy field goal, a 44-yard attempt.
And the accuracy lacking there for Zerline. It's off to the right, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Now they set up a screen for McFarland. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
She-Rag got me.
Big boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but they from the bay. You can't negotiate.